Hey guys, welcome to the channel. It's your boy Etam, and it's time for a review of Rema's debut album, Rave Roses. Rema is a young artist who found fame in 2019 following the release of his self-acclaimed EP, Rema, which had lead single Do Maybe. Rema was known for bringing in a different sound to the Afrobeat industry, that is the emo trap he does. And since then, there's been a lot of criticisms about Rema changing his sound, motion which I support. Rave Roses contains 16 tracks with a high and interesting level of features, with the aim of pushing the album to different and diverse parts of the world. Opening the album with a more personal track titled The Singer's Name Divine. This track had a lot to say about Rema, from his birth to his pains and beliefs. He uniquely blends his vocals with the high sounding beats while repeatedly screaming divine as the hook. This track was the perfect opener which prepares us for the next 56 minutes. Rema, who's known for the emo trap sound, continues to explore the uniqueness of his sound and music, featuring 6 Lack on the track, which Rema is found telling a story of a certain lady who he thinks is the right one for him. Rema is a good storyteller, and that's one thing I noticed about Rema, as he uses storytelling to hook the listener to his tracks. The song had the backing of Sislak, layering some catchy lines as he showcases his melodic sounding vocals on the light sounding beats. Although the song sounded really noisy towards the end, Rema explores his vocals on a more intimate storytelling with a track which talked about some of his sexual fantasies. The song sounds ill directional but still had sweet and engaging melody to it. The album's main specialty was Rema exploring different genres, and that's something you should expect from a young artist full of energy. Rema uses storytelling again in a track which he narrates an experience he had when he met a lady at a party and approached to have a conversation, of which she declined, and he goes ahead to tell her, calm down baby, calm down. The tempo on this track was quite the same throughout the course of listening, and this was just the perfect song to spice up the album so far. Soundgasm, a track which had Rema express his sexual fantasies and crazy desires. The hook was one for the audience, although might resonate with only a few. The biggest collaboration on this project, a track featuring R&B megastar Chris Brown, which had the R&B rhythms. The two is seen exchanging parts on the hook. Chris Brown delivers an impressive verse on the slow-paced rhythms. Joe, Mara, and Love are tracks on this project which had amazing hook, but was a tiring ride through these tracks as they had related topic. The beats on this were really interesting, and I expected a better delivery from Rema. I feel Rema is a great lyricist. He just needs to dive deep down into this undiscovered part of his music and create something more lyrical. Rema navigates into an emo trap inspired sound on Addicted, a track which he showcases his once in a while high quality lyricism, and also the song was quite too lengthy and lasted for over 4 minutes, which is a lot of time. Are You There, a track which Rema was more aggressive, expressing some hard feelings and reactions to criticisms he gets on a daily basis concerning his human-based lyrics, and also states that whatever you say in your country doesn't count, and further reminds the audience of the ill act of the bad government. In this song, we get to understand why Rema creates party music rather than making something about his country or something. Rema aims to reach a wider audience through a track featuring British rapper AJ Tracey. AJ lays a catchy punchline on the light sounding beats. The Maybach leather came in elephant's breath. This kind of colors you don't know unless your earnings are blessed. In other words, now we get money fit relate. Rema Baby and Carrie sounded more like a freestyle and was lengthy, plus the lyrics sounded really confusing. Wine featuring French Singer, which is my best track on this album, had Yseult spice up not just the track but the album as a whole. She amazingly showcases her A-list vocals on this. Rema was quite interesting. The hook on this was a pleasant one, which repeated the phrase, girl wine for me, girl wine for me, girl wine for me. Closing the album with Runaway, a track which had Rema doing the emo sound theme as he expresses his feelings towards his lady and appreciates her sincere love towards him, has the plan on running away. I won't say this was the perfect outro to this album because it still had the same concept the other songs had. So I would have preferred a more different outro because the best kind of outros are the ones which doesn't necessarily relate to the album but has something really different to help close the album. The songs sequencing in the album from Divine to Runaway was quite an impressive ride. Although the album was too lengthy because not because it is 16 tracks. Of course, my ideal album size is 12 to 15 tracks, except on some exceptional cases which has like 19 tracks, like the Love That Mini Bonebels album. I feel like Rema's album was too long because most of the songs, or rather all songs, had the same idea and concept. And I would say the overall theme of this album is love and lust. The album is rated a strong 7 as it had the ability to hook the listener throughout the course of listening. Plus, the mood set was an atmosphere of emotion. The cover art of this album is a confusing one because I don't really understand what it depicts. It just looks weird. I think Rema should work on upping his lyrics game because I'm slowly getting tired of this lovey-dovey, or rather this girly sounds all the time. I'm getting tired of love all the time. I want to make something relatable and more interesting and not just something based on one concept or one idea of love, you know? If you're listening to this album, did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Did you vibe it? Let me know what you think about this album, Rave Roses, in the comment section.